All right, here we are. Welcome to tonight's Monday Motivation. My name is Hillary Thompson. I am your Emerald upline, and I'm super duper excited to have you on the call tonight and watching the recording, hopefully. So, talk about craziness. Like last Friday was insanity, and I loved it. I loved it. And one day, like literally from a span of, I think, 8 a.m. to the 4 p.m., we put on over 20 people on our team, which is awesome. So we're sitting at over, I think we're at about almost 75 for this month, which is incredible and so super, super, super exciting. And so tonight, what I wanted to talk about, for one, I wanted to make sure that everyone goes ahead and watches the mock unboxing that I did, and it's on our team page. The other thing, side note, squirrel syndrome for all of you. Facebook algorithms are like legit, and I do not like them. I do not like them at all, because Facebook algorithms even apply to our team page. So with that being said, if I'm posting something on our team page and no one comments, or it takes a really, really long time for someone to comment, it gets buried. Also, on our team page, I'm going to do some cleanup, because another thing that Facebook looks at is, okay, you have a group of, say, 1,000 people, right? You have a group of 1,000 people, but only, if we're lucky, 100 people are interacting. Facebook's like, well, that group sucks. Nobody cares about that group. So it doesn't get seen as much. So I want to make sure that we're doing some cleanup on our team page. And also I'm asking all of you to help with the algorithms by commenting. And it's not enough to just like, you actually have to comment for the post to be seen. Otherwise they literally get buried. Like I've posted something, gone back onto our team page and scroll down, and I can't find it. The only way that I find it is if I go to the top and I click on photos, and then I can see, what I posted, and I can go find it again. But it's crazy. It's crazy. That is also happening on your own personal page, okay? On your own timeline as well. That's that same craziness, because I've posted things this is a prime example too. I have posted things since I posted about Hendrix being sick, but nobody is seeing that. They're only seeing the post about Hendrix being sick because so many people commented, so many people liked, that it keeps going on people's walls. That's another reason why I recommended that you deleted your post about the sales, because if someone was commenting on it and then going back and liking it, that post is still getting bumped, and people are seeing that and not seeing your other post. So Facebook algorithms are tricky. Another thing about Facebook algorithms in regards to our team is we have a testimonials page that I've teamed up with my friend Rachel Wagner. She's a sideline sister. It's that VI Pink Drinkers testimonial page. That's super awesome, and it's an awesome third-party tool for you to use. For instance, if you're in a three-way conversation, or you're even messaging somebody about Plexus and they're like, not right now, or whatever the case may be, you use that group as your third-party validation and say, that's totally okay. If you don't mind, I'm gonna add you into this group. It's super fun, it's informational, they have giveaways, they have lives, twice a month, whatever, okay? Put them in that group. But also another thing that you wanna do is when you go into the group, don't worry, Mandy, because it's changing. That's what I'm coming to. Because of the algorithms, we're creating a new group and changing the name, because the group that Rachel and I were joined in with, another of our sideline sisters, she already had the group established. And so it's got like over 1,000 people, but again, it doesn't have the interaction, so things get missed. So we are starting February 1st, and it is called Pink Drink Possibilities VIP. Okay. And Rachel and I are running this together, and I am more than thrilled for it. So we actually have an outline of how we're going to post even in that group on certain days. And I'll give you a little sneak peek on what that's going to look like. So in that group, what we're going to do, Monday is going to be Monday Motivation. Tuesday is Testimony Tuesday. Wednesday is Wellness Wednesday. Thursdays are Thirsty Thursday, because that's the day that we do our happy hours on. And then Friday is Freedom Friday. And the weekend for Saturday and Sunday is Winning Weekend. So it's going to be all organized and super clean and nice and professional looking, and like really good graphics, and going to look amazing. So when you have those conversations and you're adding people into the group, another step that because Rachel Wagner, her and her husband Shane, they do the business together, but she was just on the leaders board this last week for the most recruitments in the company. I think she was number 7 in the company for getting the most sign-ons. And what she is doing is she is utilizing that group. So when she's having that conversation with someone, say I was talking to you, Melissa, and you're like, well, I'm not really sure, and I know your goals are weight loss, more energy, whatever the case may be. I'm going to say I'm adding you into the group, and I'm going to go a step further by finding a testimonial within that group already that I think you can connect with, and I'm going to tag you in it at the bottom and say, hey, Melissa, check this out, whatever, right? So again, this is huge. So Bob Heilig, who I'm sure a lot of you see, one of the network marketing, we follow him. He's super, super awesome. This is what he talks about as a third-party tool, and that's what this group is going to be. So it's Pink Drink Possibilities VIP, and that is where we're transitioning everything to. And again, it's because of these Facebook algorithms that we are trying to beat. They're legit. They suck. There's no other words. They're just, I don't like them. So we're going to do that. And already put this on your calendars on February 8th and the 22nd. We are going to have happy hours on those days right in that group, right? So you're adding people into the group and right in that group. And during the week, we're giving them all sorts of awesome content. We're encouraging them. We're inspiring them. We're letting them see what One Plexus is all about, what Plexus is all about, why Plexus is different, why it's the health and happiness company. We really want to give them a good taste of what Plexus is. And that is why she made the leaders board last week, because that's what she was doing. And I'm like, why wasn't I doing that? I'm like, why wasn't I doing that? I can't wait to tell my team. So that third-party tool we're going to utilize. With that being said, it can seem like, oh my gosh, Hillary, now you're telling me another group. Here's the deal. I'm going to be honest with you. If you're feeling overwhelmed, like I don't even know which group to follow, here are my personal recommendations. Obviously, follow our Be Fit Healthy Wealthy team page and utilize the Pink Drink Possibilities. All of the other stuff, if you have time for it and you want to dive into it and do whatever, go ahead. The other group for people who are really serious about the business beyond getting your products covered and paid for, and you want to take this to gold, to senior gold, wherever you want to go with it, that's what our Be Fearless group is for. And I sincerely apologize because I don't know how to say no to people. I don't know how to say no. And I have overextended myself in the past and have poured into and have been encouraging and motivating and inspiring so many other people's teams that you all didn't get the best of me. And I am so sorry for that. And I have committed to 2018 to simplify things. And I have backed away from running other groups, doing all this other stuff, because I have amazing people right here in front of me and that are watching this, that are hungry and want this opportunity. And I want to be there for you and give you my all. And I was getting wore out. I really, 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 truly was. So our focus for one, and the biggest thing is like it was getting way more complicated than it needed to be, right? There was like a group here and a group there, and we're doing this and we're doing that, and we're changing things, and it was like crazy town. And I have squirrel syndrome, and it was still like too much for me to juggle. So we're doing our team page, the Be Fit Healthy Wealthy team page. My uplines team page is the Dare to Be Diamond team page, okay? There are other leaders and jewels that have teamed up to do that, and they've asked me if I would, but honestly, again, I have to say no, because I have this team already right here, all of you that I want to give my all to, my 100,000,000% to help you go wherever you need to be or want to go. So I am not doing like, they have other groups and stuff going on the Dare to Be Diamond page, that if you want to follow that and you want to do more things, go right ahead. For us personally, I want to simplify things as much as possible for all of you. So that's why my focus is to help everyone on our team get their products paid for first and foremost. I don't want anyone on the Be Fit Healthy Wealthy team page to be paying for their products. So that's where a lot of our attention is going to go to on our team page, to help people get their products paid for. And the way we do that is this testimonials group will help a ton. Will help a ton with that. And it's that third-party validation tool. And then again, for the people that I can give the big girl talks and put on your big girl panties and let's do this and let's run, and want to really make this like more than a side hustle, like really like a really good gig, that's where the Be Fearless group is going to be. And you're going to see a lot more of me and throwing it all out there for you in that group. Okay. So those are the 3 groups that I would love for all of you to focus on. And then the rest, if you want to, go ahead. Again, I'm not saying that you can't be in them, but I would just really love our team to focus on those things. And I feel like that is the best way for all of us to, one, get our products paid for. Again, I can't stress it enough. Who wants to pay for them when you can get them free, right? By sharing the love with everyone else, okay? The other thing that's going to help it, and I talked about it in the beginning, and then I went totally looped around, chased a rabbit around a tree or a squirrel, and I'm back to it, is the live unboxings, okay? These are huge for your new ambassadors that are joining you, or even for you as a seasoned ambassador, right? To create excitement. And I have an idea also how we can expand on this. Is I think it would be super cool if we all took times on our own personal pages where we did kind of like a mini op meeting as a live. So I would go on Kendra's page with her. She would go live. She would invite me in. And it would be like we were just talking to each other about Plexus and answering questions for her audience on right there on her own page, rather than even inviting people and bringing people into something else, right there on her page. So to get the newbies products covered and paid for, the unboxing is the first thing that we want to do. And then the second thing is I would love a follow-up hang out with me happy hour type thing live right on your own page without even creating a new event or anything like that. I don't know. I've never seen anyone else do it. It was just, doop. I guess God downloaded it to me and said, Hillary, this is what your team needs to do. I have no idea. But it's there and it's an idea, and I would love to test it out. I would love for someone to hop on my page with me and go live, and we can just interact and talk about Plexus, right? I mean, Melissa, you and I could go live on your page and share about Plexus to your audience.
Did I unmute myself?
Yes.
Okay, good. Because I wanted to say I do that almost every month when my Plexus comes. I go live and just talk about my products and why I take them. And I always get a lot of views from it.
Right. And so now when you do
Huge.
that, you can add me into it, or even we can, you know, go set a date, and this is the time that I'm going to come in, and you all can do it for each other. Even like Kendra's like the athletic person and knows more. Look at her. She's like, what? No, I'm not. But so that validation of, you know, someone who's in exercise science or whatever and comes on, maybe we have someone on our team who's a nurse or, you know, is in the medical field, and then they can pop on with and be like, oh, this is my friend so-and-so, she's a nurse, and this is her experience with the products. I just feel like the more interaction and more we can get in front of our friends, obviously the better, and we can put those on. I would recommend that those lives we would set to just our friends for sure. I wouldn't recommend that we did them as public. I would say just stick to our friends on those particular lives. But it's just another way of getting the information out there and letting people see, right? The other awesome thing I want to talk about is if you haven't gotten your success kit and you don't have these awesome product cards, I highly recommend you go in your back office and you spend the $9.95 and get this kit sent to you. Okay? Get this kit sent to you. It is fabulous. I wish, and somewhere I probably do have the original kit that when I signed up we got. It was like nothing. It was like this tiny, like actually it was like this size, and this was all we got. Just this little bit of information. That was it. And it didn't even have information on the products. It was like nothing, right? When I first started. So these are huge, and they also take the guesswork out of what am I supposed to say. You can also use these as ideas what you're going to post on your personal wall. Say you want to talk about, well, I'm on ProBio. So say you want to talk about ProBio and you want to make a post. Melissa, you're frozen, but at least you're frozen with a smile. So there's talking points on here, conversation starters. Here's a conversation starter, interaction on your own personal page. Do you ever feel like your gut is out of whack? It may sound odd, but it could be caused by an intestinal yeast imbalance. Does anyone ever have that? You know what I mean? Like you want to have interactive posts. So these are great ways to give you ideas and stay compliant. Like if I am ever giving information on something, I don't normally like type it all out. You know what I do? I pull up plexusworldwide.com, select select what they say about the product, copy it, and paste it into a message. Because that way I know I'm being completely compliant. And if y'all didn't know this about me, I'm not a green. I really don't care what is in the products besides they work, okay? Certain things that really like fascinate me, like when they switched out the pink drink and they brought in the XOS and they talked about Acromencia and all that kind of craziness. Like I like geeked out a little bit. It was really weird for me because that's totally not me at all. But other things, honestly, I just don't care. I don't care. But there's people that do care, and that's great for them. They care and they want the information, so you can get it to them. And we've got it right here. So those are my recommendations on changing things up and really getting this team rocking and rolling. The other thing is utilize, that comes in this plexus. Yes, I am as purple as they come. Utilize this plexus rank up roadmap here as well, and pull it out. Let me go to, it has so much awesome information for you, and it can feel overwhelming. And if it feels overwhelming when you're doing it, then just walk away. Walk away. And the basic things that you need to know, here it is. Plexus works. It's backed by a 60-day money-back guarantee. We only put the good stuff in products because, again, I'm not a product guru. So if they want to have all of the stuff, I'm like crunchy moms do it, okay? People like, I'm a quarter crunch, but really super crunchy moms do it, and they still use our products. Like moms that don't shave their armpits and nurse their children until they're 48 months. You know, like there's all sorts of spectrums, range of people that use our products, right? So keep it simple. Just know that what we have is amazing. And especially to get your products paid for, it is super easy because basically it's going to 3 of the people that you feel like you have influence over. And that's influence in the nicest way possible. Just basically you can say like, hey, say Melissa was my BFF and I started, and I called up Melissa and I was like, okay, sister, I am sick of hearing about that you have no energy and life sucks. So I found something that is going to make us happy, and you're doing it with me because you're my friend and you love me. There you go. That's what I did with Annie Housechild. She's on our team, and I literally did that with her. I was like, okay, girl, I know you want to lose weight, and you have all these kids. Like, you need more energy. You're running around doing stuff crazy all the time. Don't you want to feel better? Let's do this together. The other person who was my dad. I was like, Dad, hi, you love me, right? Yes. And he's like, this is weird. Why? Because I need your social security number and a credit card. You're about to become a Plexus ambassador. Because remember, when I first started, I had zero, like less than $0, y'all, like less than zero, like contemplating bankruptcy, just closed down a business, lost tens of thousands of dollars, single mom, 2 kids. I needed the products. I didn't know so much as I needed the business, but I knew that I needed the business enough to cover my products because I needed the products, right? So really, when I got to cover my products, it really wasn't even, quote, working the business. It was really just me being a good friend and sharing and being desperate, I guess you could say desperate. But hey, it worked out, right? It worked out in the end. So keep it simple. I feel like the more just real and honest and you without any negativity. So if you tend to be a glass half empty kind of person, you come to the right place because I will sprinkle unicorn dust on you and rainbows until you are a glass half full person, because that is how life should be. That's it. End of the story. Y'all, I could have a pity party every single day. Every day I could still have a pity party, but it's a choice. It's a choice, right? That you make what your life is. So one of the other big things that I recommend when you start is I want all of you to be able to say, I'm worth it. I want all of you to take your products every day and say, I'm worth it. Because I get it. We're moms. We're people on budgets. We don't have a lot of extra money right now, some of us, right? But you are worth it to take these products. Again, I get it. I'm a mom. I am wearing maternity granny panties, y'all. I haven't even bought new panties, okay? My kids have new stuff and have like the best stuff ever, and I'm still wearing these pregnancy panties. Granted, they are comfortable. They're not that cute, right? But I haven't bought new ones. But my kids got the nicest stuff, right? So I get mom life. I get it. But you're worth it. You're worth it. So figure out your why you're doing this, and know you're worth it, because once you have that in your mindset, you're unstoppable. You truly, truly are. I'm going to check someone must be really thinking about me. My nose is really itching a lot. So whoever's thinking about me, thank you. I hope it's nice. If you didn't see my post earlier, legit mom groups are the Hunger Games. Seriously, the Hunger Games. The only way to succeed is you try to get people to like you, but it's really hard. They like gang up on you, and it's weird. I'm just going to stay with y'all because you like me. I hope, anyways. Okay, so, okay, Megan just did hers. Awesome. I will have to check that out. And please tag me in these, or message me and then knock me over the head a couple times, because I do have squirrel syndrome and a lot of things going on, but I want to give you all my best and my best intentions. And if I ever do mentally reply to you, that means I read it and you don't hear from me for, give me 4 hours and you don't hear from me. please send me a friendly reminder, because I don't mean to do that. I really, really don't. All right, so basically you're just, all right, we're interacting here. Oh yes, Melissa, it did have a DVD in it. That's right. I was like, wait, what are you talking about? Yes, it did. It totally had a DVD in it. That's how old we are, right? Pretty soon they'll be like, what? You had to like actually put a DVD in a DVD player? You can just stream it? No, you couldn't. And a long, long time ago, they had things called VHS, right? I'm almost 36. I'm 36 in a few weeks. Like, yeah, a couple weeks. Oh my goodness. The other cool things that are in there are these, what if this could change everything? These are really fun things to bring if you're meeting somebody in person, just to flip through and give the information to. Again, these are all things that maybe if you're even, you're going live, you can hold them up, right? Because you go live and you're like, well, what am I going to say? Here you go. This is what you're going to say. You're going to go on there and you're going to be happy, right? Because people want to join happy people. So if you just go on there and be happy and enthusiastic, they're going to join you, because people don't ever really remember what anybody says. They said this at Super Saturday, and it's so true. How many times do you like go place and you'd be like, that was the most amazing thing ever? Like for me, it's, you know, you go to church or whatever, and you come out and you're like, that was so awesome. That was life-changing. I'm so motivated. I'm so excited. And people say, well, what did they talk about? Well, I don't know. How to be happy, I guess. You know what I mean? Like you forget. You just get the energy and the excitement. So that's what you're giving people, especially with these lives. Be like, oh my goodness, I've never seen Melissa this happy before. Clearly something is working, and I'm still sitting over here in my Pittyville, right? Again, I get it. I was the mayor of Pittyville. I lived there. Don't. It's not fun. Rainbow and Unicorn Land is much more fun. So that's my story for tonight for all of you. Utilize these tools. The changes that we're making, I hope you know that I don't take these things lightly. Like I really, really think about them and pray about how I can help all of you and give you the best Hillary so that you can be the best you, so you have the best tools. So I've already spent probably at least 4 to 6 hours planning out and making this new pink drink possibilities, and game planning what it's going to look like, the feel we want, down to the graphics that we're going to use, all that kind of stuff, because I want to give you all the best tools possible on social media. Another thing on social media, if you're not on Instagram, I highly recommend it to get on Instagram and create an account. It's really not that scary. The other awesome thing about Instagram is people on Instagram are used to people selling them stuff, right? So they don't really even get mad at you when you're on there. They really expect you to do that, because there's so many bloggers and so many people that they're like, hey, here's my shirt. I got it so-and-so. Swipe up for the link. Well, these people are making money off this, but people are swiping like crazy. They're like, I gotta swipe, that's cute. You know, that's what you can do on Instagram. You're like, go live. These are the products I'm taking. Swipe up to learn more or whatever. People will swipe up. First of all, they just, I don't know, want to swipe. Something psychological about like, don't push the button. Don't push it. Yeah, so utilizing that. There's other training tools. I could do a whole call on Instagram, honestly. I am utilizing it more and more and more because it's, again, a very, very good tool. So the notes from tonight. Hey, girls. The notes from tonight, we're transitioning our testimonials page starting February 1st. To a brand new one, and I will have the link for that as soon as it's up and ready and we like how it looks. So the other cool thing about that I didn't mention is for everyone that you move over and add into our new group, you are entered in to win a Fitbit. And, Rachel and I are so excited, and we feel like this group is so, so valuable that we want to be rewarded for bringing people in. Now, disclaimer on that, please do not go be that girl and just dump people in the group. without their permission, okay? Because I can't tell you how many times pop-up things I'm like, how did I get in this makeup group, or how did I get in this leggings group, or whatever, you know? I don't even know why I'm here, okay? You can add them, but at least message them and let them know that you added them in this group, and also why it's valuable, because the people that you're adding into the group are also eligible to win the Fitbit, okay? And when we do the happy hours and all that kind of stuff, we're gonna have awesome prizes and things to give away. So it's super exciting. People like free stuff. So the new group, again, the focus on our team page. And then if you're super, super serious about the business, or really just need a good old kick in the pants, come over to Be Fearless, because I'm going to be pouring more and more of myself into that. Again, I apologize for being 50 million other different places. I am here for all of you, and I am your leader, and I love you, and I want nothing but the best for you. And with that being said too, perfect. Yeah, see, like you don't even know you're in these groups. With that being said, please reach out to me, but also be reaching out to your sponsors and to your people, because here's the deal. Our team is getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And if I have, and this is really hard for me to say, but if I have a level 6 or a level 7 that's coming and reaching out to me and wanting my attention, there's all of those levels in between that are working the business and helping too, that you can go to. But if I'm helping a 7, I can't help my 1s or my 2s or my 3s as much as I want to. But that's not to say I don't want to help you at all. Please don't take it that way. And that's why it's so hard for me to ever talk about that. And it's super uncomfortable, because again, I just want to sprinkle unicorn dust on all of you and love you all, okay? But I have to set some boundaries, okay? I have to. Plus, I don't give everything. Kendra, you're fine. You're my you're fine. You're fine. You're in the tier. Just kidding. You're fine though. I'm serious. And anyone else, like legit, okay? But I just really want, and plus too, the people in between, they're wanting to lead and to help you as well. And they really know what they're doing. And if they didn't know, they would come to me. So that's another thing, again, super hard for me to do and super uncomfortable, like almost brings me to tears, because it feels weird to say that, okay? But I also can't help everyone. I mean, I can, but I can't. That makes sense, right? Plus we have some really, really awesome tools for you. And I did post a while ago a link to a calendar that I am going to be setting up. It is on my list, but by February 1st. So you all will be able to see my availability, right? So you'll be able to see, okay, Hillary has Plexus allotted at this time, and I know that for sure I can schedule a coaching call in this time, or I can do this, or I can do that, because I will be in my studio here helping you, okay? That's another thing I wanted to cover tonight for all of you, and apologize to you because I've sucked at it in the past, again, because I say yes to too many people, and then I'm like, oh shoot, I told her yes, and now I have this, and then I have that, and I'm like, oh, how am I going to manage all this? Well, it's called a calendar, Hillary. I never really used one before. So I'm learning and I'm growing, and I apologize to anyone, but I have my beautiful planner here, and I'm going to stick to it as best as I can, and also get those dates out there so y'all can see when I'm there, because the coaching calls are really, really important, and also the reach out calls to your new ambassador, welcome calls, those sort of things. I'm super excited to do and to help you with. And I hope to fill up more lives where I'm available too, where you're like, hey, I want to go live with you on Thursday at 7. Are you available to go live at that time? You know, those sort of things. Like we talked about, having those little, almost like a mini opportunity meeting on your page without even it looking like an opportunity meeting. We're just simply sharing what we're passionate about. And And I hope you know I never make it weird, and I never want to pressure anybody. Like, I am not going to chase down anyone to use our products because I know that they work, right? So if someone decides that this isn't for them, that's okay, and I tell them that. I'm never going to ask for a firstborn, maybe a second, but not a first. No, I'm just kidding. So that is what I have. What else? Does anyone have any questions? Yes, Instagram help. Okay, I will definitely do a call on Instagram, so so you all can see what I'm doing. And in fact, a reason why I'm transitioning a lot over there too is because this old lady, right? I'm signing some youngins, some 18, 19-year-olds, and guess what? They don't have Facebook. They think it's for old people. So they're only on Instagram. So I've actually created an Instagram account that I'm going to treat. It's private, so you have to request to follow me to see what I post on there. But that's also going to be like another little mini team page almost, where I can interact with people that are on Instagram only. So that's an exciting thing. But there's amazing tools that you can use on Instagram. And again, it's kind of where the party's at as far as like new recruitments, all that kind of stuff. Because again, people go on Instagram and they're expecting that someone's going to try to sell them something, right? And I don't like using the word sell. I always want to say we're sharing things. But they're just more open to it, right? And there's a lot more of a younger generation there. So yes, you need a good Insta handle. Find that out. Mine is Hillary's.heart is mine because I share my heart with everyone on my account. I have the other ones, let me tell you right now as I have you on here. So our team page Instagram will be Be Fit, Healthy, Wealthy. That's our name. All together, all one thing in the BEE. And then I have one for my studio here also, but y'all don't need to follow that. But basically, I am also working on transitioning and having like a public figure account where I can do more social branding and all of that, because there are a ton of possibilities. My friend Bridget Ryan, who's a diamond, who's always on the leaders board as well, basically grew her entire business to diamond off of Instagram, off of people that she didn't even know, okay? Just following on Instagram. And Plexus does have, they announced on Super Saturday that they have hired a like social networking firm to help us all. And if you notice on Plexus Worldwide's Instagram as well, they have some really, really cool graphics and cool branding that they're doing on there. The other thing that you want to make sure that you're doing on Insta is you want to have like clean, crisp, clear pictures, and you can't use professional pictures on Insta, so they have to be off of your phone that you're taking. That's one disclaimer that they have on there. But you can really, really play around with it. The other cool feature on there is a lot of people watch the lives that are on there. A lot of people watch those lives. And that's where you can do all of those linking and all of that kind of stuff. So if you were talking about ProBio 5 and the triplex and you're like, hey, you want to check it up, swipe up to link to my page and you can send them over, or you can do polls and do all sorts of cool stuff. You can be like, hey, are you interested? Yes or no. And you can see the followers if they're interested or not and who's looking at it and all that sort of stuff. So again, that's a whole nother call. But there's some awesomeness coming for all of you in February. I'm super pumped. The month's not over. And reminder that if you are my level 1 through 3 and you are signing someone, I am still offering up that $10 or $20 off their welcome pack, depending upon what welcome pack out of my pocket. Disclaimer is obviously they need a subscription set up. That is a qualifying subscription, but otherwise I am more than happy to do that. And I feel like this is a question I want to end the call with tonight is the reason why the recruitment was so large on Friday because all of you felt like you had something to message somebody about. Like you were messaging them like, hey, here's the special. So you felt like you had something to message them, or what was the feeling of just Friday, that sense of urgency, or was it more so just that you felt like you had an avenue to follow up with people, an avenue to reach out to people? What was it, do you think? Anyone? Sarah. Sarah, let me unmute you. Okay.
Thank you. I guess mine is that I had the one code left, and I know that there was other team members that could have used it and everything, but I had those potentials that I had like 5 people that I'd like promised it to, and I was just waiting for, that first come, first serve. So I just felt like I had that urgency to try and use up that code and everything, and 5 minutes left and still couldn't use it. And I felt so bad that another team member could have.
No, that's totally not what I'm. No.
Oh, no. That's just me, not,
Like, I'm not mad at anybody because I.
Oh, no. That's just me.
I am like messaging my girl. I'm like, T-minus 15 minutes. T-minus 10 minutes. What are you doing? I've given you this code 2 weeks ago.
I know.
Just that sense, I think, of reaching out. Like, is that what you just felt like you had that urgency? You had a reason to reach out?
Yeah, because it was, we had those big, nice graphics and stuff like that, I mean, everybody loves a discount. Everybody loves a deal and everything like that. And plus having the $34.95 waived for them that first year, that was like really, really huge because a lot of people don't want to sign up, initially, because it's like you're already paying $99 and then you had that extra fee on there added to it and stuff. Mm-hmm. So I just felt like I thought that more people would sign up. I thought that my codes would go a lot faster, but it just doesn't. Sometimes it just doesn't work out that way, and that's just the way the Lord wants it to.
Right. Well, and I think that I mean, basically, let's face it though, even without discounts, our sign up initial investment is like so cheap. Seriously.
Yeah.
So inexpensive. But it's because my thought is because people have been burned so hard in the past by certain things that they're just like, oh, I don't know. Like you say, I can get out of it, but it's probably like going to be super hard. And I'll have to email like 50 people to get out of it, type of thing. All right. Awesome. Thank you, my dear.
You're welcome.
Rhonda, I had it 3 level 1 people signed Friday, and then level 2, they're procrastinators. Right? I know. Yes, the sense of urgency, the special reach out to get people to jump on. Okay. So the reason I'm asking this is, do you think that it would be beneficial if we picked a day next month that we did? Well, I want to wait for this. This is what I wasn't even sure if I was going to bring it up because I don't know what Plexus is going to offer for February. I doubt it's going to be like a sign-on special, but who knows what it's going to be. But if they aren't offering some sort of a special for February, if, again, I offered, or some of the leaders, we went together and we decided that we wanted to do something similar, would that be something you all would want to do, like in a short time frame? Of something very similar, of $10 off, $20 off, or whatever the case may be. Okay, Kendra says yes. I think so too. I mean, it's so weird. It's like, it's crazy. I talked to my coach. I'm like, I've offered $10 before. I don't know what the $10 was all about. It's that free membership. I've offered free membership before. We could also do something of like a pool, like the more people that we add, money goes into the a pool for all of us ambassadors at the end of the month too. We could do something like that. I'm just talking out loud, thinking of different ways to help you to find out how to message people and create that sense of urgency, because that is like the number one key thing to do, is that sense of urgency. Yeah, we could definitely do that. The code word video challenge thing, those work really well too. I feel like we need one just for our team. So we could do, I can talk to Rachel even, and we could do that. No, we can't because that's live. But I could make a video if y'all wanted me to. I could make a video that gave a little 5-minute spiel if you wanted me to, and gave a code word in it that we could send around for our teams. Or you can make a video and send it around. That's another idea. Thank you for bringing that up, Mandy, because I forgot about that. I didn't even think about that. Those are always really, and then give them a deadline. Like, you watch this by this time and get X, Y, or Z, a free membership or whatever we want to do. You can definitely do that. Because if this is a business still, if the ROI, return on investment on this is going to pay off. And also if we can get people that really need these products started and over that fear and over that hump, I'm all about helping people. So if they're legit going to give this a try and go, I'm all for it. But I do like the video idea, Mandy. I think I might do that for next month. Video with the code.
I think it gives you more of a reason to follow up with people too. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's like you followed up and you're kind of stuck with certain people.
Right.
So I think those are always nice to have different things that you're following up for a reason, and it helps.
Well, and another follow-up tool that all of you will have is the new group that we're doing. And the fact that adding them into that gets them into the drawing for the Fitbit as well. So that's another follow-up tool. Like, hey, I have this awesome fun group, and Rachel and I are working on the verbiage too, so that, again, I'm going to be more like, hey doll, and emojis. And if that's not you, please don't send that, because they're going to think you were hacked. If you're like sending unicorn emojis and hearts and hey doll, and be like, what happened to you? Denied, like hacked, right? Suspicious activity or something. So do what works for you, but those are going to be some really awesome follow-up tools for sure for February that are offered. And then maybe even within that live that we do on February 8th, maybe one of the times in there we can give a code word too. But also a video that's offered that you can send to people is helpful as well. So awesome, so many ideas. I'm going to be honest, before I got on this call, I was like, it's like just so emotionally drained. After going to that wake and everything, I was like, but then honestly, I'm like, I need my Plexus sisters. If I get on this call, I'll feel so much better. So thank you all for helping me. Code word video challenge. Yes. All right, awesome. Yeah, actually the code word probably should be unicorn. I agree. The code word should be unicorn. You see my unicorn back there? It's Journey to Dream with my unicorn. And I have a beautiful unicorn sign that is in the other room, actually. It's not even in here. That Sarah gave me. My unicorn sign. Yes, it's in the other room. I need to go get it. Hold on, people. You gotta see this. Okay. See, you don't even have to be organized, because now I'm like looking all over for it. Where is it? Okay, just kidding. I don't know where it is right this minute. I brought in all this stuff over from my house. Did Brinley take it?
I was going to say, I bet Brinley got a hold of it.
I have, honestly, because it was in that box of all these goodies. I'm going to give you all a sneak peek. I'm going to stop the recording, and if you want to stay on for a second, I'm going to show you some cool stuff. For all the ones that are watching the recording,